Okay, so somehow that keeps happening when we start our live videos. That we lose the transmission, and we're back. Anyways, it's Labor Day, and we thought we'd do a quick video as well at the airport today. And the title of the video is, what is it?
Some people's some days are some people's
Every day. And I know what you're thinking. A lot of people, they've heard that before with the network marketing type of thing, but it has nothing to do with network marketing in this case. It's about being able to design your life around your business. I think it's just like working the lead programs. As long as you have a high quality lead program, it's that you can count on and design the days you're going to work. You don't have to live. I think the whole idea of that title for me, Angela, was that you don't have to live for the weekends. I mean, so many people live for for that Saturday and Sunday or whatever it is. Some people's weekends are different because of the work schedule. But just having to live with the day off. When in reality here we get paid very, very, very well. And we can make what most people make full time, 6 figures, California, is minimum. Working 2, maybe 3 days a week, working a lead program. So you're able to do the things that you want to do around your business, and maybe that doesn't really work because people need to see my face. Any thoughts?
And I think that sometimes when we were talking about this video and what we were going to do, some people, I think, it's very easy to get frustrated with yourself. I mean, we get frustrated with ourselves that while there are lots of things that we are blessed with and that we have achieved, something that Steve and I have battled for many, 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 many years is, yeah, that's great, but what we really want to do is earn $1 million a month or $1 million a year or $1 million a week or whatever it is, or we really want to be on vacation full time, or well, gosh, we're here today. I wish we were in Hawaii on a 3-week vacation. And so it's really easy to lose sight of the milestones and the accomplishments that you have, along the way, because you're not where you want to be yet. And so I think sometimes when people hear that saying, some people's some days are some people's every days, it's easy sometimes to get down on yourself and almost look at it like the lottery, like that, well, they're lucky, or they did whatever, and they're special. And it's not. Sometimes for us, we have to remember that the some days that we enjoy are what some people only dream of. And it could be the same for you. So the ability to design your business around what you want to achieve in your life and have little milestones along the way. Maybe it's just the freedom of being able to go to a child's Little League game in the middle of the afternoon, and not having to ask a boss if you can take off work. When we went to Florida a few weeks ago, we were blessed to know that if something happened, because Steve's mom is very ill, and so we were blessed to know that if we needed or wanted to stay longer, that we could do that. And we didn't have to call anybody. We didn't have to ask anybody. We had to analyze our own business, but we didn't have to call and ask permission, and we didn't have to risk, losing a job because we made a decision to spend time with family. So I think that that's important. So it's important to be blessed where you are and acknowledge that. I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for. But to continue to push down on yourselves to go to the next level or goal or whatever it is, so that your everydays can be pretty amazing every single day of the week.
Yeah, and people hear that comment and they think again, it's like I said earlier, it's meant to really showcase somebody's lifestyle, in network marketing and what have you. But they'll flash the fancy houses and those Ferraris, and I think what Angela's saying is that you can have, this is not what this is about. It's about being able to really have a work-life balance, and being able to take those times, enjoy some moments along the way. We're all in the fight here to learn how to go out there and what we do matters, in this business. And so to be able to, there's a quote that I love from our one of our mentors is, learn how to win the grind. And so we're still in the grind. We're out there, doing it. Somebody asked me today, again, when are you going to retire? I can't imagine retiring from this business. I mean, what we do matters as agents. And, as long as you're running a good ethical business, you'll continue, as long as you continue to get referrals, which is outside the lead program. And it just gets better and better where you can work less time and you're still getting paid what you did, last month, last year, last 10 years, whatever it is. And so you have the ability to get paid very, very well when you do produce, and being able to run, if you're working a lead program that you can count on, it has technology to kind of back it up. You watch my videos on that because I don't want to get into the weeds on that right now, but you can also, you're able to, get into production and run leads when you're traveling. I mean, I know we've done that, Angela, and that's great. That's fantastic. So I think the work-life balance and the quality of life, if you can make that transition into this business full time, part-time is great too, obviously, but full-time means if you get really good at a few things, to get some leads, qualifying them on a product, going out there making a presentation in the home, write the applications, rinse and repeat. If you're setting 10 appointments a week, you can make 6 figures, and you can run 10 appointments a week in a couple of days. 15 appointments or more, you're making multiple 6 figures on a fairly consistent basis, and then along the way also building a residual income, which again goes back to that work-life balance, where some days at some point you're going to have a very good income built up that you can count on through your retirement. If you ever do retire, but it's a great income. So not 100% of your income is going to come down to you getting up every single day and going out there and it's hard to make it sound difficult because even though we don't have every day is not a great day. I mean, you go out there, Angela, and you've driven a couple of hours to get porched and it's
Friday.
Like this past Friday. It's not fun, but it's part of the business. And I think so many people trip over the fact that, they're not booking every appointment they call from a lead. They're tripping over the cost of the leads. They're tripping over the how far they have to drive to go to the lead and all this stuff. And all that does is shut you down. I mean,
because Saturday.
The reality of it is that if you watch my video, The Law of Large Numbers, you have to get numb to the process. That is the process. You're not, you're going to figure out what your ratio is sooner or later, and then you're going to know how many appointments, how many leads you need to have to dial to get X number of appointments, and out of those number of appointments, you'll have a ratio how many you're going to close in the home. And once you get that dialed in, obviously you'll get better over time. But the reality is, you can work 2 or 3 days a week here and make $3,000 to $5,000 a week. Tell me anywhere else you can do that legally.
Right.
And still have 4 or 5 days off, and around all of that, be it the kids' softball game or piano recital, soccer practice, and all that stuff. I mean, design your life the way you want it to be. Because
and remember that you're like Steve said, it's always about the large numbers. I mean, it would have been really easy on Friday afternoon because literally I drove Friday afternoon, Labor Day weekend, sat in about 45 minutes worth of traffic to drive 2 hours for 2 appointments, and the first of which I didn't close. The second of which they decided to put their boat in the lake, and
that was an hour and a half drive,
and forgot about the appointment.
Yeah.
And so by the time that had happened, it was then 5:15, and it took me 2.5 hours to get home. But Saturday morning, I got up and ran an appointment, wrote 2 applications with a family, and they were just, so pleased to see me. And we'll do a video one day. Don't let me forget. We'll do a video one day on what to do when someone calls to cancel, because my Saturday appointment.
Caller left a voicemail on the office line canceling.
And I was only 5. I just left the house.
10 minutes.
My house.
And I rarely do it, but I did. I sent you a message and said, what do you want to do? Because everybody watching this video, if you haven't watched enough of our videos yet, you go back and watch some more of them. And so I don't want to ruin your story, but the reality is most everybody we have it on our own team. They called and canceled. Oh, okay. So what?
Because they said they didn't feel good. They were sick.
Yeah. And you went anyway. What happened?
2 applications.
2 applications. How long were you in the house?
Less than an hour, because right towards the last tail end of it, when the application, or we were doing the application, I'm really not feeling well, and I'm gonna go lay down. Can you do mine first? And so we did hers first. She signed it, and she got up and left. And then we did the husband's, and just as I was finishing the husband's, we were at about the 1 hour mark. She came out of the bedroom and said, we have to go right now because they just took my grandmother to the hospital, and she's not doing very well. And so I said, okay, closed my book, took my 2 applications, and left and came home.
What was the APV?
Like 12 or 1300, I think, for both of them.
Okay, so you made $1,000.
Yeah.
Roughly $700 or $800.
In an
That's
hour.
about normal. $700
on Saturday.
in about an hour. You drove an hour. Was it an hour?
No,
maybe
about 40 minutes.
About 40 minutes each way. So you got 3 hours into that thing. You made $700. Figure that out. That's about $150 an hour, something like that. I don't know, somewhere around that. I mean, again, we get paid very, very well, and most people cancel before the appointment, not for valid reasons. I mean, it's mostly because they're scared. I mean, let's face it, it's a Saturday morning, and you got an insurance guy coming over. I mean, we'd all like to cancel.
It's appointment regret.
Yeah,
like, haven't you ever booked something that in the moment when somebody was on the phone with you, or they were standing in front of you, and in the moment it sounded fine? Oh yeah, my 2 Friday appointments. I'm sure when I booked those earlier in the week, they were like, oh yeah, Friday, no problem. And then when Friday came and the weather was beautiful,
holiday weekend.
it was a holiday weekend, and everybody was
going to the lake. You can't blame them for that, but you have to understand that's why they're canceling. We all would do that. Put yourself in that situation. I would try
and cancel.
So I'd kill you if you booked an appointment on Saturday morning with an insurance guy. Right? Again, that's part of the business. But again, you have to, and sometimes you're going to go and they're not going to be home. They really are. They leave to avoid you. I mean,
or they really are sick.
Or their phone needs to cool down before you continue using it. Break. Well, you're talking about what?
That most people would cancel, would try and cancel. So
and
you just have to go. But we'll do a video. We'll do a video on how to handle that. And
it's really kind of completely off topic on the some days. Yeah. Some people's, what is it again?
Some people's Sundays are some people's every day.
Yeah, but it's true. I mean, the reality is that our as an agent, our some days are that we can design our life around our business. So if you had to go to the school, you had to go to the the soccer practice, all that kind of stuff, you can do that and still run appointments. And when you're traveling on vacation, you can run appointments. We're looking forward to getting in the RV and start going around the state and around the country. We have 16 non-resident licenses that we hold, and which means we can go to those states and get some leads, be sitting on the beach or sitting on the ocean or sitting in the mountains, whatever, grab some leads in that. Being part of the channel and being part of the community, hit the subscribe button if you would, please. Like the video, give it a thumbs up, whatever that YouTube terminology is, and make some comments. Appreciate it, and let us know what you'd like us to talk about. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay.